The European car giant BMW is to invest £500 million in the UK over the next 3 years. The next generation of Minis will be designed and manufactured in Oxfordshire and the West Midlands.
Around the world, it's a symbol of all things British. The Prime Minister took time out to pose with a Mini Cooper at Downing Street earlier, and today the firm underlined its commitment to a long-term future in the UK by announcing an investment that will safeguard 5,000 jobs.
This investment is principally for our Oxford plant to support the next generation of Mini. And as you know, Mini is a real success and we have to do the next step now.
This morning's announcement by BMW is particularly important. I mean, it doesn't just safeguard the Mini in Oxford, but also the jobs at the pressing plant in Swindon and the engine factory at Hams Hall in Birmingham. This is a really major swathe of British manufacturing which has been underpinned by BMW and a real vote of confidence in our country.
Tonight, news of a major economic boost for the Thames Valley. BMW has announced it's investing £500 million into its UK production of the Mini. Now, much of the money is going to two of its production plants here in the south, at Cowley in Oxfordshire, where the cars are assembled, and Swindon, where they make the body panels.
Well, I think the car industry and every industry was struggling when the recession and the economic collapse was at its worst. Things are definitely better now, and everybody here at Oxford and at Swindon are delighted, for sure.
Even the Prime Minister is celebrating the good news.
Now, I've been speaking to the UK Communications Director of Mini, Graham Biggs, who says that the key to Mini's success is its Britishness, and it has a great future here in the UK.
We've seen the new markets take very quickly to Mini in various different places around the world, a huge diversity of markets. And the Britishness is definitely part of that appeal. People like to buy cars which have strong brands. Mini is one of the strongest, and a big part of its appeal is the Britishness of it and the fact that it's built here at Oxford.
They're about to celebrate the 2 millionth Mini rolling off the production line here at Cowley, and they're also looking forward to 2 new models, one launched this year and the next year.
BMW has announced it will build its next generation of Minis in Britain in a move that will help safeguard more than 5,000 jobs. The German car giant said it would be investing another £500 million in UK car manufacturing.
I'm delighted to announce £500 million of investment over the next 3 years in our production operation here in the UK. This investment is principally for our Oxford plant to support the next generation of Mini.
If the Prime Minister agrees to be pictured alongside it, you know it's good news. Today, David Cameron, meeting BMW at Downing Street, said the German company's decision to build a next generation of Mini engines at the Hams Hall plant near Birmingham is a vote of confidence in the workforce.
BMW is to invest £500 million in car production in Britain over the next 3 years. The money will help fund the production of the next generation Mini.
It's good news for the British car industry and great news for our region. Thousands of jobs have been secured in Oxford and Swindon after BMW announced a £500 million investment in the UK. This morning, the Prime Minister said it was a tremendous vote of confidence in the workforce. It means the company's now committed to building the next generation of Minis here.
Over the last 10 years, nearly 2 million cars have been produced here, a large proportion of those exported to 90 different countries, making BMW Mini the 3rd largest vehicle manufacturer in the UK.
Mini is a fantastic brand and it's hugely important, I think, both in terms of numbers, the sales success that it's been. I mean, Mini outsells its nearest competitor by about 2 to 1. So it really has been a phenomenon, not just in the UK but around the world.
The German car giant said it would be investing £500 million in its UK plants.
A Mini in Downing Street this morning catching the eye of the Prime Minister. The photo call came as BMW backed Britain with another major investment. Most of the money is expected to be spent at the Mini production line in Cowley, but the company has also said some of the £500 million will be invested at its Hams Hall plant in Warwickshire.
This will help to safeguard the jobs of our employees and is a signal of our continued commitment to the UK.
There was encouraging news today for workers at the Mini plant in Swindon. Bosses from Mini's parent company BMW met with the Prime Minister David Cameron in Downing Street and announced plans to build the next generation of the car in the UK. The German firm says it'll invest £500 million in its plants in Swindon, Oxford and Birmingham, safeguarding thousands of jobs.
Mini is a real success and we have to do the next step now. It will also be used for new production facilities at our pressings plant in Swindon and our engine plant at Hemshall near Birmingham.